it's here. This journal is here for the woman who's healing or awakening or finally ready to stop abandoning herself or bring awareness into these recurring cycles. Hey beautiful, welcome to Naturally Empowered Living, your safe space to guiding you on your unapologetic self-awakening journey. This is your weekly sanctuary for waking up from autopilot and transforming the way you approach life through the power of meditation, energetics, and root cause therapy. It is my mission to help you heal unprocessed emotions and release stuck energies by alchemizing your struggle cycles into opportunities for deep self-love, awareness, trust, and connection, to return to your innate essence of being, stepping back into your energy of alignment. Because here, we honor all parts of ourselves, the messy and the magic, the shadows and the light, embodying all parts that make you, you. So if you are ready to get to the root of cultivating real change, get cozy, grab your journal and maybe favorite crystals, and let's discover our power within together. What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Naturally Empowered Living podcast. This is your host, guide, and mentor in all things emotions, energetics, and self-awakening, Jenna Smith. And I was already getting teary-eyed before I hit record of this episode. So we will see if I am going to get through with or without crying, because this episode is, it's just so special to me. You guys know that before every episode, before any time I hit record or do anything within my life really, but I always take intentional time to ground, take intentional time to just say that prayer for, it really, depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing. But before I come to this podcast, I just say a quick intentional prayer to allow my message, whatever I'm intended to deliver, we don't know sometimes, right? And to reach, those souls, those people that are meant to receive it and resonate with however you are meant to resonate with whatever message I'm sharing. And it's just, I'm just so thankful for the collective, for being, having this channel, this piece of being the podcast, to be able to deliver a message, to share not only my heart, but to share my soul's heart and my soul's voice. And this outlet has just been so near and dear to my heart. And let's just take a breath. Let's just take a breath to ground ourselves and to bring ourselves to gratitude. Okay? Right here, right now, just allowing yourself to land wherever you are. And let's dive into something I have poured my heart, my healing, my lived experience into, something that has supported me in postpartum, that has supported me in, being a first-time mom, being a new mom, and then being a mom of two, and that whole transitioning into two little ones, and entrepreneurship, and just, the changes within the world, and that awakening in terms of perspectives of myself shifting and leaning into my truth and supporting me and helping me slow down to connect to that truth, to connect, to listen to what's internal in myself versus external, and what I was always so conditioned to believe and how to think and fitting in this box, and just reconnecting to my own energy of alignment, moving through my life with more presence and knowing how to come back into alignment, because we all know that we fall out. And alignment is such a buzzy woo-woo word, but I just mean when you're in your energy of alignment, it is you are in your truth. You are authentically yourself. You are living your soul's mission, your life work. I've used all these different terminologies within this show and within my work. And you have this inner solitude, this embodiment about you. You are just here, that you are on your path. And our energy tells us the truth, the truth, long before our mind catches up. And this piece, what we're going to talk about today, has really helped me learn to connect with that energy. And it's finally here for you. Also, just in time for the holiday season. Also, yay! So if you're looking for that something for you, that something, maybe you feel like you're on this healing journey And there's just like, but the how to, or like, I'm not sure what I should be doing. And I'm maybe on this brink of awakening and I'm getting these downloads, or maybe I'm seeing these signs, but I don't know how to connect to my body. We might have, you're kind of in this limbo maybe, or you're looking for a meaningful gift for yourself or someone you love, something that supports or that can support healing and presence and embodiment and nervous system regulation. That's what we're going to talk about today. Awakening your energy of alignment and introducing you to the embodiment journal that was created to help you do just that. The very first version of this journal was born years ago when I was still postpartum with my first. Like in that blur, that overwhelmed, rediscovering my identity, not even understanding what identity loss even was at that point in my life. Trying to survive the biggest transition of my life at the time, becoming a mom. And transition is like putting it lightly. It was also like during my Saturn return, there was so much else going on, right? Becoming a mom for the first time and all of that harnesses. Transition is not the right word. Maybe a blur. Maybe, not even that. Like it was this version of me who didn't have the language yet for embodiment, for nervous system healing, for alignment, but who felt an absence. I felt. And that's something that I still find myself saying is like, I don't have words for this, but I feel it. Like I have this inner knowing. So I felt this absence of it in my body every single day. And back then I started a blog. Like that was essentially what birthed Naturally Empowered Living. I was helping other moms, new or experienced, navigating this journey, if you will, and, to find themselves again, to get out of survival mode, to break free. Like I remember all these little taglines that I would, have. Because for me, what helped me was through mindset. And then, it would be like mental health and meditation. And maybe it wasn't even, I didn't even know what meditation was at the time, but I was doing it. So it's so fun to like look back, like hindsight, right? But mindset, health, time management, habits. Like that's how I created and crafted this journal initially. I created this anchor because I needed an anchor. So why not create it? I needed this anchor to go to every day. And trust me, like I have tried so many journals and I've used inspiration from so many different journaling formats that molded, this format of this journal that I've created. But I needed something. I needed that anchor and I couldn't find something that was already out there. I guess that's like the easiest way to put it. And again, back then it was geared towards mom, their mindset, their health, their time management, their habits, their survival. Okay. And like getting through this season. And that just sounds so crisp. Like as I'm saying that, I was like survival mode, like, oh my gosh, but it's so crisp and edgy. And as all of that is still so true, I've learned over the years that like nothing is ever black and white, right? So it's like health habits, mindset habits, time management habits. Like that just sounds too crisp for me. But it helped so many women wake up from autopilot, to find clarity, to feel more in control of their days. And at the time, it was exactly what I needed to create for myself because it's exactly what I needed in that season to survive. So the truth is, I obviously evolved, just like we all do. Like I don't stay still for long. Like I love being comfortable. Like I would love to, just like be in my little comfy zone. But there's always this push. There's always this pull. And that was where I was at. Like there was something more. There's something more. There's something more. And that's when I started getting into healing work. I mean, we don't need to go into my whole story, right? There's episodes for that. Search this podcast show and look for my stories. I've shared many different episodes in different capacities with the different struggles and dark nights of the souls and in many different facets. But in this evolution in terms of the journal, like I got into energetics. I went into my subconscious, my patterns, my shadows, really molded this scientific piece because that's my background. Like I worked in the healthcare field. I had this scientific piece and I just, again, never confining to a box. I wanted to merge. Like energy work just started becoming more and more loud within myself. And I had a little, bit of knowledge within like the nervous system and obviously autonomic and, all these different things. And I learned my nervous system. I learned my cues, my triggers. I learned differences between doing alignment in truly feeling alignment. And to me, that's embodiment. And hence my work evolved. I evolved. And you too may evolve. And that's how I support people in learning, like, it's okay to evolve, in learning what those cues are for you. So now that we're aware, I kind of just went into this little tangent, like nothing is ever black and white. Like there was a point that I realized, like I couldn't think my way into alignment anymore, even if I ever could, right? But I couldn't plan myself into healing. I couldn't hustle myself into peace, like the time management habits, all these things, like that crispness, right? I realized like I didn't need more structure. I needed safety. I needed capacity. I needed to learn my energy. I needed to learn deeper connection for that self-love, for that self-trust, for that self-belief. Like I didn't need tighter habits. Like I could be a consistency queen through and through. Like that's what people used to call me. And again, like cringe. It's so crisp, right? But as you probably know too, you can be the most consistent, productive, and are you still reaching these sabotaging cycles? Like, are you wondering sometimes, like, what gives? I'm doing the things. So I didn't need tighter habits. I didn't need perfection. I needed presence and connection and embodiment. I needed rituals that helped me regulate my nervous system, connect to my intuition, remember who I was underneath all that external noise. And of course, like I already said, like, again, I couldn't find what I was searching for. I'm sure it does exist, but I couldn't find it. So I created it. Just like I rebranded my business from that practical habit life coaching, into deeper healing, subconscious somatic work, energetics, embodiment coaching. And coaching isn't even the right word. Practitioner, like, I don't even know what I would call myself, a practitioner. This journal also needed to be reborn. Yes, that old version held its place, beautifully helpful, but it doesn't reflect the soul of my work now. It doesn't reflect my understanding of deeper education of the nervous system, embodiment, emotional regulation, energetic alignment, spirituality, and how we all are so unique. Yes, we are a collective. Yes, we are one, but we are all so unique. And that's where bioindividuality comes in. So this energy of alignment journal was born from the exact healing I was walking through, like a space where embodied healing and everyday life could finally meet. Something to support the person who's healing, who is possibly in their awakening, in their remembering, learning themselves again too, or maybe just needing to find that how-to, like something's just off or something's missing, or maybe you're just stuck in this limbo. Like this new journal is the version I wish that I had when I was in that awaken, like those raw initial moments of the awakening, when I was breaking those cycles within myself. And don't get me wrong, I still am. Like there is never an ending point, but like in those beginning stages. So let's backtrack a minute. Like I know that I've explained this before on the show, but I want to backtrack. I'm losing my words. I want to backtrack and talk about what your energy of alignment is in a little deeper capacity. I already said this a little bit, but if you are new here to the show, welcome. So happy and excited that you're here. And maybe you've been here with me from the beginning. And like you remember this show being about, motherhood and habits. And oh my gosh, think back to episode 1. I still have people messaging me and they're like, I just listened to episode 1 of your podcast. And I'm like, it was the balanced mom method then. So wild to think about. But all is welcome here. Always. You are always welcome here. No matter what walk of life, whatever season, whomever you are, whatever your beliefs are, you are always welcome here. So, we all have a version of ourselves, a vibration, a frequency, a felt sense that tells you when you're in alignment. We all have it. We could all connect to it. Some might call it connecting to your intuition. Some might just call it connecting to your energy. But feeling in that energy of alignment is when your body feels when you're connected to your truth. It's who you are if you're grounded. Clear, present, rooted, safe in your body, in your truth. It's when you have that space, that pathway for that subtle inner yes. to come through. And most people, we don't lose or step out of alignment because we're doing life wrong or that we lack discipline or structure. We may lose or step out of alignment because we've stopped listening to that body that's trying to guide us. Because we always have our free will, and that's a whole other episode, that tricky little free will, right? So this journal helps rebuild that connection with yourself. It teaches you how to attune again and again and again to your energy, to your emotions. There's a lot of somatic awareness in this book. To your nervous system, to your intuition. I feel like at a core, we all crave some of the same things. Like we want space to breathe. We want safety. We want to feel safe. And with that comes a calmer nervous system, right? And maybe we want rituals that feel nourishing. Like, oh my gosh, it turns my light on. It makes me feel good. Not pressure-filled, not forceful. This is a big thing with my kids right now. We're talking a lot about like turning someone else's light on. Or, if a friend turns your light off and what that means, what that feels within your body. And as a collective, I feel like we all crave just having that inner knowing of trusting ourselves. And even if you don't view it that way, as in maybe you're not even in the capacity to understand the energy that moves through you or the trust or the inner wisdom that you always have, but maybe you feel this disconnect, like this always does feel forceful, or you always feel like you're fitting into this box, or you're feeling these expectations that you're not meeting again and again and again. Like, is that external? More often than not, those are external forces. They're not within you. So this journal, it holds all of that. My Energy of Alignment journal is a 3-month ritual journal and planner. It's designed to bring healing and embodiment into your everyday life. So let's break down what's inside these pages. There are somatic check-ins and nervous system cues, emotional landscape tracking, like where we're at on the day-to-day. Because again, it's ebbs and flows and waves. And think of the infinity symbol if waves don't really resonate with you. We ebb and flow. Gratitude and anchoring practices, nutrition, intuitive movement tracking, meditation, prayer, breath work, presence practices, evening reflections, weekly reset and calibration pages or recalibration pages, and monthly alignment reflections. Like it holds space for you, for your expansion and your shadows. Like this journal is that something. And because we're entering into a holiday season, like a season where everyone, I feel like there's a little bit more overwhelm, at this point of the year, right? We're maybe a little more exhausted or overstimulated or stretched thin. Like this journal can become an incredibly meaningful gift. So whether it's for your best friend or your sister or someone in their healing era, or it's for you, like this is the kind of gift that people feel. Because alignment isn't about getting life perfect or staying in it indefinitely. It's not something that we chase. It's about learning the language of our body, of our energy, and finally listening to be able to return back into again and again and again and again. And it's here. This journal is here for the woman who's healing or awakening or finally ready to stop abandoning herself or bring awareness into these recurring cycles, to finally stop running, who wants to live inside her body again and not just inside of her mind. Like this journal can be that companion, a mirror, if you will, but a mirror as in a space to gently bring in that awareness, a soft place to land when the external just feels so loud. My Energy of Alignment is live on Amazon and in person. If you're local to me, you could always come and grab one in person. And I hope with everything in me that this lands in the hands of the person who needs it most right now. I thank you so much for listening. Let's take one more nice, deep, embodied breath together. Allow your chest, feel your chest to rise. And on that exhale, feel your body soften. I'm so grateful for you, that you're here, for this collective, and for this outlet of this podcast to be able to just share as a collective energy. I cannot wait to see what this journal becomes in your hands. Until next week, as always, simply be you. You have everything inside of you to learn your energy of alignment and be unapologetic in who you are. I'm sending my love and so much light.
Did you find this episode free or empowering? Please read my review. Tickle, boop.
Thank you for spending this sacred time with me on Naturally Empowered Living. If this episode brought you closer to stepping into your energy of alignment, I'd love for you to leave a written review and share how this show has supported your journey. Your feedback truly lights me up and helps others find the space of transformation. And sharing it with someone who might need it spreads the ripple of healing even further. Be sure to check the show notes for ways to connect with me and explore personalized healing sessions and mentorships to deepen your self-awakening journey. Thank you. I appreciate all you are and all you do.